Hello everybody, my name is Wayne Allen. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Chanan54. We're a non-profit organization that serves orphan and vulnerable children through advocacy and funding. We're based here in South Africa. It is the third week of lockdown. Our president last week announced a further 2-week extension of lockdown, and we're living in extraordinary times. We have poor and vulnerable members of our community that are literally starving in their own homes. We have a risk of more folks starving in their own homes than of the actual COVID-19 virus itself. A good friend of mine, Andy Steele-Smith, who's a gang pastor in Manenberg, has managed to broker a truce amongst the gangs in order to feed those communities. And actually, the gangs have worked alongside each other to bring parcels of food to those local communities. Please won't you take a few seconds and have a look at this, and I'll come back to you.
What we're seeing happening here today is literally a miracle. It's absolutely incredible.
No, it must be peace between the gang, not ceasefire.
There's no such thing as gangsterism. In these times, all of us stand together.
We rely on each other just to help one another, because if that people don't have something, we have to help them. And that's what we are based on here.
Do you think that will last?
No, I can't say anything like
Maybe not.
maybe not, yes.
So once the virus is over, maybe the fighting will start again.
Maybe the fighting will start again, but I trust in God.
So having realized what is possible, I know that we have a community behind us, about 8 kilometers from my house here in Durbanville, called Fisantekraal, of about 55,000 people. High unemployment rate, 70% are children with many child-led homes. The social ills, all the social ills that poverty brings are present, substance abuse, gender-based violence, etc. We know that there are families literally locked up in their homes that are going hungry. So I made a couple of calls to my local church and a few friends, and in a day we were able to raise 60,000 rand. And as a result, we have now launched the Chanan54 COVID-19 Relief Fund. We have been collaborating with the 15 or 16 organizations on the ground in Fisant that are who know who the most vulnerable families are. We have a list of the most vulnerable all the way through to the least vulnerable families. And so we are going to be coordinating with them in distributing food parcels from the most vulnerable through down to the least. Our plan is to raise 990,000 Rand, or $54,000 to buy 16,500 food parcels of about 60 Rand each, which is comprised of 6 or 7 items, staple foods, a bar of soap, that will go to feeding a family of 6 to 10 people, that's the average size, for approximately a week. To give you an idea, that if you gave $100, would take you to, you would be able to feed between 1,200 and 1,600 people per day at a rate of 5 US cents to 8 US cents per person per day. That is way below the international poverty line of $2 per day. So I'm asking you, I'm appealing to South Africans, and those of you who have a little bit more, like me, to be able to open your hearts, open your wallets and give. Below the screen will be a bank account, details of the fund, and also a place where you'll be able to log on and via credit card pay through PayPal. And we will be able to receive that money and distribute that on your behalf. My family have undertaken to support, we've got skin in the game. We are going to be supplying all the PPE and ancillary costs around this project. And 100% of the funds given will be going directly into food parcels. And we are going to be strategically coordinating with those 15 or 16 organizations to ensure that the food goes into the right place. And I'd like to leave you with just one thought, a final thought. Our late President Nelson Mandela said, "There can be no keener revelation of the soul of a society than how it treats its children." So my call to you as fellow South Africans is, let us step up. Let us communicate to those who are in desperate need, who don't know where the next meal is going to come from, that there are people like you and me that care enough to make a difference. This is the opportunity for us. This is the opportunity to either recoil or step back. And I know that we are a resilient people. We are a people that have faced extraordinary difficulties in the past and we have overcome. And right now we are going to do exactly that again. So please join me and please help us to be able to reach our goal of 990,000 Rand or 54,000 US and feed the population of Fisantekraal for the next 3 weeks of lockdown. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for opening your hearts. God bless you, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.